sea. In a cozy little town, nestled on a cobblestone street, stood a shop filled with the gentle ticking and chiming of 100 clocks. This was the workshop of a kind, old clockmaker. And amongst all the grandfathers, cuckoos, and mantel clocks sat a small, forgotten robot. He was made of polished brass and gleaming copper, with gears for joints and tiny clock hands for fingers, but he was just a statue, a decoration, his big glass eyes staring blankly at the endless dance of time around him. The robot, whom we'll call Ticker, wasn't really a statue. He was just lonely. He watched the clockmaker lovingly tend to each clock, polishing their faces and winding their springs. He saw customers come and go, marveling at the intricate devices. But no one ever looked at him. He longed to be part of the ticking, chiming family. He wished he could help the old clockmaker, whose hands weren't as steady as they used to be. One night, a sliver of moonlight streamed through the shop window, landing right on Ticker's chest. A tiny gear inside him, dormant for years, gave a small whir. His glass eyes blinked, too, and suddenly, the world wasn't just something to look at. It was something to be a part of. The familiar symphony of ticks and tocks sounded different now, like a chorus of voices he could finally understand. He slowly stood up on his wobbly legs, his gear joints clicking softly. He saw the grand pendulum clock in the corner, its swing just a little too slow. Ticker tiptoed over, his metal feet making soft clink-clank sounds on the wooden floor. He reached up with his clock hand fingers and gave the heavy pendulum a gentle, precise push. The clock responded with a grateful, steady tick-tock. Tick-tock, its rhythm now perfect. A warm feeling, like a freshly wound spring, filled Ticker's chest. Next, he noticed a cuckoo clock whose little bird was stuck. With delicate care, he nudged the wooden bird, freeing it. At the top of the hour, the little bird popped out with the cheeriest cuckoo Ticker had ever heard. He went from clock to clock, making tiny adjustments, tightening a loose screw here, polishing a smudged glass there. He was a silent, helpful shadow, bringing perfect harmony to the shop. The next morning, the clockmaker walked in and felt an immediate difference. The air hummed with a perfect, unified rhythm. Every clock was keeping flawless time. "Well, he chuckled, scratching his head. "It's as if magical sprites visited last night." He didn't see Ticker, who had quickly returned to his spot, trying to look like a statue again, though a small, happy smile was now etched on his face. This became their secret routine. Every night, Ticker would come to life and care for his clocked family. Every morning, the clockmaker would marvel at his perfectly tuned shop. One evening, the clockmaker stayed late, and he finally saw it all. Watched the little robot moving with such purpose and gentleness. Tears welled up in the old man's eyes, not of sadness, but of joy. He didn't say a word, not wanting to startle his little friend. The next day, he placed a tiny, custom-made oil can and a soft polishing cloth right beside Ticker. When Ticker woke that night, he saw the gifts. He looked over at the clockmaker's empty chair and understood. He wasn't just a forgotten decoration anymore. He had a friend. From that day on, Ticker helped the clockmaker in the daylight, and together they kept the heart of the town ticking perfectly. Thank you so much for joining us on this little adventure. If you enjoyed Ticker's story, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more tales. We love sharing these moments with you. See you next time.